Hello, welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to the third episode from The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. The show has been so good up to now, so I am very excited for today's episode. Of course, in the last one we saw that Michonne and Rick got back together. They're both in the CRM now and they are looking for a way to escape. The thing I'm just constantly thinking about is like, yes, they want to escape, they want to get back to their children, but I'm just thinking like they would put their children before anything else. So if they go back to their children, if they go back to their friends, then the CRM is most likely gonna follow them and kill them all. So I'm just kind of thinking right now, like even if they escape, wouldn't they just have to go somewhere like where the CRM can't find them, where they wouldn't expect them to go? And that thought has just been kind of going through my mind and it's kind of making me sad. But like that would mean that they would probably never see their children again. And then at the same time, you kind of start thinking like, okay, yeah, of course, I get they want to get out of the CRM. They're killing innocent people like we saw in the last episode. Yes, they're trying to find a cure and all that, but in what way, you know? They're really trying to, I mean, they are the biggest community, you know, but they're really kind of trying to rule the world. That's what it seems like. I mean, I'm pretty sure Rick and Michonne don't agree with that because, like I said, they're killing a lot of innocent people and I get that that's why you would want to get out of there. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, you're back together now. That's what you wanted. And if you can't go back to your children anyway, might as well stay there. But yeah, like I said, at the same time, I get that they really wouldn't want that because they're killing innocent people. But that is kind of like this vicious circle they can't get out right now. So I am just mostly very curious what their plan is, what they're going to do now. Of course, we saw in the end of the episode also that Jade is found out. And I mean, I was happy to see her back. Like, we've still recently seen her in shows like World Beyond. And I think she was even in some later seasons of The Walking Dead as well. So I was kind of happy to see her back. The show is also kind of going away I didn't really expect. I honestly don't know what I expected. It's more like, yes, we knew Rick was with the CRM. I think I didn't expect Michonne to like get in there too. And that they would now both be together in the CRM. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how this is going to continue. And before I start, I want to tell you that you can get early access to my Walking Dead The Ones Who Live episodes every week on my Patreon. The link is in the description. There you can get a few days early access. But beside that, you can also find my full reaction to this episode. So uncut reactions. And yeah, if you're interested, the link is in the description. And then now I'm just going to watch this episode. Oh, years ago, okay. Oh, when he just got there, maybe? Oh. Every time we see new things where I'm like, okay, I didn't expect we'd see this. But of course, it's super interesting to see, like, Rick's full backstory. Like, when he just got there and all.
Can you pass me a napkin? Hi, Rick. They're gonna save you.
Oh.
Looking for a fancier place, there's a decent spot this way.
I have to say I very much understand why people would want to be part of this place, because it looks good.
Came across lost souls who needed saving. We would hold them and give them to the CRM. And if we found a threat, well, in exchange, we got supplies. Been a regular at this place for a month, so that whenever your orientation happened, I would be here and we could talk.
So if I'm correct, she's not part of the CRM here yet? Or just not as important yet?
You brought me somewhere. I can't leave.
Could have chosen to let you die on the riverbed.
Why aren't you working consignment? It's me. Giving them me.
Okay.
In this place. I'm enlisting in the CRM.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I'm signing up and I'm gonna move a 500-year plan to recreate the world as it was, better than it was. World.
I'm going home.
Follow your bliss, Rick. But I did save your life.
Yeah, but like you said, you did bring him somewhere he can't leave.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she was like way different back then still.
You okay?
Just listen to me. There's a woman who saved me. Now she's an A, and I don't want them to send her away. And Daddy gotta make sure she stays.
Why?
Farouk? For.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
Yeah, because he did assign those two to like make change.
I trust you. You helped me. I'm here. She should be too.
Thinking about killing me.
It was funny to like in the previous scene see such a different Jadis. Because I think the last time we saw her like that was with the garbage people.
And for you two to be the first people to ever leave, we would never stop looking for you, ever. So I would have to go and kill all of you.
This was your mess.
I just put a little file, everything they need to know about you and all the people that you love.
She doesn't belong here.
At the same time, I'm also kind of thinking like they're so scared that people get out and spill their secrets, but at the same time, you're like the biggest community of the world, probably. Do you really have that much to fear when people learn some of your secrets?
Everyone back home dies.
Why?
Security.
Yeah, like security from who? Who's gonna do something to you if you're that strong?
Is there a deal to be made? You clean it up.
No. I'm a believer, Rick. They suspect that she's an A. They still let her in. Thorne stepped up. Did you do that? Wow. Pulled that off. So have your life together here. We are the last light of the world.
Kind of what I said too, but yeah.
You didn't threaten me or the people I loved before when I told you I was gonna get away.
I knew you couldn't.
And now with Michonne, he actually has a chance of getting away?
It changed.
You two together?
Yeah.
Could do anything.
Also what I said last episode, I feel like now that they're together, they somehow finally have a chance or something.
Shoto, it's Daito. I found him. I found the brave man. I know you have questions. I wish I could answer them. But there is so much I don't know yet.
It's so weird to now see her in the same situation as Rick before.
He's been trying to come home.
You know what I'm also kind of like thinking about right now? What if they can never get out and then Judith and RJ grow up and they do the same as Michonne? They're like, we gotta look for them, you know? And then they end up there too, and then suddenly they're all together in the CRM or something. Maybe it's a little far-fetched, but it was just a thought going on.
They can't stop us.
Because I really think they will get out eventually. It's Rick and Michonne, come on.
Leo Clifton.
Dana, Bethune, just taking it all in.
Doorstep of paradise.
Think it's paradise for everyone?
For this, I was eating crickets and sleeping in a tree. So what are you? 3-day or 6-day?
Why don't you guess and tell me later?
3. I'm just happy to be with someone new who knows their shit. You radiate shit knowing.
Ow. Why do I feel like that woman is gonna die? Honestly, everyone who has been introduced in the show as a new character dies at the end of the episode. Ah. Really thought I said something right before it happened, but Michonne kind of saved her. They look like teenagers who are in love. It's pretty cute. Of course, after all this time, seeing each other again.
Major Donald Okafor had a wife, and that night he could have made sure he'd see her again if he had stayed on mission. He showed us that our enemies can be our salvation if we look at them differently. I found it, the Battle of Fittler Square, and it saved my life. Hugh Mercer's sword. He fought on different sides in different wars. I believe you can draw a straight line between his sacrifice and Donald Okafor's sacrifice.
I lowered Okafor down, but he was a mirage. I realized right there and then he decided that I was an A. Said I could either come with him to save the world or he would have to kill me. After I tried to kill him, his own blood dripping off the barrel, he still didn't shoot me. Who is the stupid man with the helicopter? The man who changed everything for me is dead.
I warned him you two weren't going to be worth the trouble, but he made a mission to prove me wrong. Thing is, I'm not sure about you. I'm just not sure. Thorne, I need to speak with you privately. Let's take a ride.
Yes, sir. I'm Command Sergeant Major Thorne now. Bill promoted me.
What? Okay.
He told me everything. Gave me the full briefing.
The echelon briefing.
He also asked me about Kosaini Bethune. More than 17,000 in this force, and she's on his radar.
That's not good.
It's happening. I'm moving up, and I can't have her pull me down. I just need you to know that. What? No salute?
I have to say I'm starting to like her more. In the first episode, I really didn't care about her because it was just like still pretty unclear. Like, okay, sure, new characters, but Rick and Michonne. And now that like they're both there, like the CRM is making a bit more sense and all, and like we kind of get what the characters are after. And I feel like in the first episode it was just like, what do they want? Pretty smart hiding place actually.
This is it. Tonight, we gotta move fast. Go to Consignee Fitness, locker 678. The key will get you out of the building. There's a red canoe in the brush. I love you. And I left you a little something.
Oh, hell yeah. Good. Why does this look like an amusement park ride? Like a haunted house. Ew! What the hell? What the hell? Okay, that's one way to get out. Ugh. I feel like they know they're trying to escape and they're all gonna beat it or something.
I'm not coming. And if you don't go, you'll never get away. And we both die here. Get you back to Judah, that I stay here to make sure I love you forever. If you love me,
No!
you'll go.
She's not doing that. I really get what he's saying. Like, yes, it's almost impossible for them to escape together. And I feel like she's way less on their radar yet than Rick is already, but...
I made it look like she died trying.
Oh, okay, that's why the dead body was there.
She actually left without you. I don't believe that, right? You still want to kill me, Rick?
Story is she fell, hit her head on the rocks, walkers got her. So make sure you're on the investigation as soon as they find out she's missing.
I'll make sure I'm on point when Dana goes gone. If you do want to make your dream come true, kill me while we're nose to nose. I already left them all the answers you don't want them to have. Something else that's keeping you here? I did save your life.
Well, now you get to save hers. You're a hero with a shit haircut.
Finally someone said it. It was also so random, like, you're a hero with a shit haircut, like out of nowhere.
You're in real trouble now, Sergeant Major.
She didn't leave, did she? No. It was a very smart plan from Rick though. But we all knew she wasn't gonna do it.
Said that she was looking for safety in numbers. She doesn't look like someone who relies on others for safety.
What does that mean? Why is it on there?
The only way you get away is that someone is here making sure. It's taken me years to know I can't go. To get away, you need someone on the inside. I'm that for you. I said that if you love me, you'd go.
Oh.
Choto, it's Daito. Someone told me I had to know when to go. I had a chance to go home, but I couldn't do it without the brave man.
Ooh, parallels.
I found something.
Oh.
You're the one who drew me.
Yes. Always you and the girl. He would come every few months and ask for a new one. There was a boy he asked me to draw. I could never get it right for him.
Carl. His name was Carl.
No!
You're Michonne and the girl is Judith. Is she here?
Sometimes I wonder if Rick even gives a shit about RJ.
You said he wanted the drawings for until he saw you again. Here you are. He knew he'd see you. He knew it. I told him.
I know what you told him. Thank you. It helped me.
He found you.
Now
I'm looking for him.
Believe a little bit longer.
Come on, Sergeant Major Thorne. You know Sergeant Major Grimes, obviously.
Obviously.
I do. I saw some interesting artwork.
Is that life not for you?
Do I have a choice? What is this place?
It's where they also secretly talked with the other guy, right? Or not? I don't know. All looks the same, to be honest.
Sergeant Major Grimes saved my life once. I would call him a friend, but friendship seems like something that doesn't exist out here. Who are you?
Just Dana.
This is not the moment for humility, Dana.
I'm a survivor.
Does she want to know the truth?
Why did you save him?
Because you could just ask Rick then, right?
Why did you save him?
It didn't seem...
Didn't seem what?
It didn't seem right. He was on the ground, helpless.
Him?
I don't want to see anyone get killed, especially anyone that seems helpless.
I'm letting you in on a secret. You are here because of me. People like you, they're not let in. What we call an A. If you are allowed to live in the city, you won't work, farm, look for answers. You'll ask, what happened here? And why?
What is she
A feeling
doing?
You can't name. Only one way to understand the whole picture. Would you take it?
You would give me the answers.
Very few in the entirety of this force.
Yeah, Rick was also not in on this.
I would say yes.
But like, why would she kill her if...
Sergeant Major,
Okay.
this consignee will be joining us for clearing operations at Cascadia Base.
Okay, it was just like a test then. Because like, why would she first make sure that she's allowed to be there while she was actually an A? So then she probably made sure they thought she was a B or something. And then kill her. That wouldn't really make sense, right? So... But, okay.
You're good at this.
You drew your sidearm.
You drew your knife.
I see why we are out here doing this. I'm not Okafor.
I have so many mixed feelings with her. Like, on one side I'm like, yeah, she's helping Rick, she's doing the right thing. At the same time I'm like, can we trust her?
Used to be a university. We've made it into a center of power.
They're in helicopters.
Security of the Civic Republic, expanded resources and...
Pretty...
We are going to move the Dalts ourselves. Right out of existence.
Okay.
Do we allow the plan to get set back?
No, ma'am. Who has the ball, ma'am?
I do. I want you off the line, ready for no kills. Keep them up front. Grab the ball, let's go.
They trust her pretty quickly, but at the same time, like, they've seen her kill those walkers and she showed that she's pretty good at it.
I don't agree with Okafor on everything, but he led from the ground up. I want to do that.
I think she's a good replacement for Okafor up to now. Still mixed feelings with her, but, you know.
I said you off the line. Stay back for no kills.
I feel like she is gonna help out in the end. Yep. Or is this what she was supposed to do? No. Definitely not.
Let's go.
Oh. I felt like they had to make like another attempt this episode to escape. Because this can go on like this for the entire show. And then the rest of the episodes they're probably gonna get followed and all, so... Maybe you should get out of there, but... Damn. Yeah, she was never gonna leave without him.
They'll find us.
We'll make it so they can't.
Not like this.
Thought they were running. But I think they do have a plan if she doesn't fuck it up. Girly, no. What? Yeah, I think she's gonna die. Okay, I really thought Rick was gonna kill her now, like, everything to protect Michonne. This is why I have mixed feelings with her. Like, of course she doesn't know exactly what's going on and she's just trying to, like, be a good member of the CRM, but...
hell.
We follow a chain of command or order fails.
And they're back there.
We need to take care of this. Us.
Oh, now it's us.
Take the consignee back. I don't want to see it again. Major General Beale wants to brief you. You're moving up.
Okay.
Rick, you better understand.
Home sweet home. You should come take a look at my quarters. She hasn't seen me.
Now she has.
Oh, there it is. She saw me.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Then I'm getting you the hell out of here. If I have to knock you out, I'll put you on that goddamn boat myself. I belong here. You don't. It's over. Everything we had is broken. You hear me?
Is this helicopter gonna crash?
I'm sorry.
Girly, what? She just pushed him out of a flying helicopter? What? From this next time on, it really seems to me like, okay, Rick doesn't want to escape anymore. I kind of noticed that during the episode too, but what the hell? The problem is I kind of understand them both, as in, yes, Rick is just trying to get Michonne out there safely. He's lived through all of this for years now. He knows how this all works, what they're all doing, that it's so impossible to leave. And he also knows if he gets out with her, like I said during the episode, he's way more on their radar than Michonne is yet. Like, yes, I'm sure they're gonna look for her too, but I feel like they don't care as much for her yet as they do for Rick. Of course, Rick has been there for, 6-7 years, maybe more, I don't know. I also just realized something else. Rick doesn't even know about RJ, right? Because, I don't know, I kind of forgot about that RJ was born after Rick disappeared, right? And I hadn't really thought about it. For me, it was just like, oh, he always mentions Judith, but he doesn't really mention RJ. It's probably just because he never really got to know RJ that much, and he was probably really little when he left. But then I realized, no, he wasn't even there yet when he left the show, right? So he doesn't even know about him. And I only just realized that. So that's also when the guy from the art store thingy was like, yeah, he always asked me to draw a boy too. And first I thought, oh, RJ then? And I was like, no, Carl. Then I had to cry, because if you mention Carl, I cry. It's Carl, you know? But I was like, does he even care about RJ? No, of course he doesn't care about RJ, because he doesn't know he exists. So I feel like that might also be a thing he's gonna find out during this show. It's so funny that I just never thought about that. What the hell? I really thought they would escape this episode though. Because for me it was like, okay, the first episode we kinda see Rick's backstory, what he's been up to, then we see Michonne's backstory. In both episodes we see that they find each other again. And then at the end of the previous episode we see them together in the CRM. Then we had this whole episode and there was like one escape attempt, but Rick didn't want to come. Michonne didn't know that. And then I was like, okay, in the end, especially when they were running with that thing, I was like, okay, so now they're gonna escape. I didn't, like, the show is going somewhere I didn't really expect it would go, as in, it all makes sense. I just didn't really expect it to go like this or something. I was sure we were gonna find out more about the CRM. I think that was pretty logical. But I thought, okay, she's gonna find him pretty much in the beginning of the show, probably. There is gonna be some trouble, obviously, but they're just gonna like go their own way, like together, but not with the CRM. I just thought they would escape way sooner, to be honest. Not saying that in a negative way. I really like how it's going. I think it makes sense, because it is, of course, way harder to get out of the CRM than we probably expected. Like, of course, there was a reason Rick never left the CRM. Like, even before we knew, like, okay, why didn't he just leave? I already thought like, okay, they probably won't let him leave. I always thought it was more like, okay, we saved your life, we gave you medicine, so you owe it to us to work for us. In the end, it appears more to be like, okay, security, we don't want anyone to know about this, and if you leave, we have to kill you and everyone you talk to, you know. So yes, it does appear to be a bit harder to leave the CRM than I thought. Like, in my head, it was just like, okay, they probably feel like he owes them to stay there. Then he escapes and they probably don't like it, but they're not gonna make such a big deal about it. Yeah, well, they are. So yeah, we're halfway through the show and they're still in the CRM. At the same time, I have to say the CRM storyline is getting more interesting to me. Like, I know over the seasons, over like some spin-offs, we have been getting information about the CRM, but I was never like too interested because it was just all so vague. And to be fair, I didn't care that much because it was just like, okay, yeah, there's this whole organization and it has something to do with where Rick is. And there's like more going on, but not that I was like, oh, I really need to find out everything. Like, I know there's people who have been like making theories and doing whatever about the CRM for years now, but I never felt too interested about it. Even with World Beyond, I was just like, I guess, you know. And that's why in the first episode I was also like, okay, yeah, we found out where Rick is now, but for the rest, sure, you know, I just want him to get back with Michonne. But I feel like we're really getting to know the insides of the CRM more now. And I have to say, that's getting interesting. So I don't really care that they're still there, because it only means we will find out more about them, even though right now I feel like we know most of it, but at the same time, like, the CRM is so big, we probably don't know half of it. All we know is that they're probably trying to find a cure and that they're experimenting on people. And if you're an A, you're probably going to get experimented on because then you're like a threat to their community or something because you're going to ask too much questions. That's also why she was asking that to Michonne, I think. Because they do expect her to be an A. So yeah, like I said, I also have mixed feelings about her. Like, it was the same with Okafor. Like, he explained in episode 1 that he wanted to change things around there, but at the same time I was still like, yeah, you're still the one who's threatening Rick and who's like keeping him there, and I get your reasons, but I just have a lot of mixed feelings with all those CRM people, because in their view they're trying to do the right thing, but they're still keeping Rick from leaving, you know. And now that Okafor's dead, she's taken over, and I think she's doing a good job up to now, but I feel like the one scene we see Rick and her together, and it feels like they're like friends and they really trust each other. Even though in the one scene she said, yeah, but I feel like there are no friends here. So I think that was like, yeah, true. And then the other scene, it's just like, she's being really mean to Rick and she's like, don't fuck up my position, and you know. So it's just still like a little shady. Because I feel like at one point, I felt like he trusted her. And then later, we see that she doesn't know anything, and I feel like, okay, if you could really trust her, you could tell her about Michonne, but you can't, so don't. But yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, I think that's about it. I feel like they have to escape soon, because we're already going to the 4th episode next week. I kept thinking like, oh, they're gonna escape, and then they have to like run away from the CRM, make sure they can't find them. I mean, we just saw the Next Time On. And I know some people don't watch the Next Time On because of spoilers. That's why I don't like fully put it in there. I have my phases. Like, one time I'm like, oh, I really want to see what happens next time. And the other time I'm like, no, I really don't want to know spoilers. So it kind of depends on my mood, I guess. This time I watched it. So yeah, I won't say too much about it then. But yeah, I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I'm just mostly hoping right now, like, they're probably gonna escape. And then I think they're gonna see Judith and RJ back, and I think that's gonna be maybe the finale. I think that's more like what I'm hoping for. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm also not sure if this is gonna have more seasons. It just says 1 season for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if this would get more seasons. I just want to say, like, we had Dead City, we had the Daryl Dixon show. Both great shows, but this show, it's gotta be my favorite up to now. We're only halfway, but the 3 episodes we saw, they were so strong, and I'm really liking this show. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. So if you want to see my full reaction to this episode, you can check out my Patreon, the link's in the description. And you can also get early access to next week's episode again. So check it out if you're interested. And then if you like my reaction, please leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you thought of the episode. And then I really hope to see you next week. Bye!